How's everybody doing? What is going on, guys? Um, I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, uh, but I've been going through a lot lately, and um, I really didn't have a lot of dreams. I didn't really have dreams that were really, I don't know, I would say, they weren't the typical dreams that the Lord would give me. I think I was going through a phase or just a trial period for a few months. But I want to share a dream I recently had about a week ago. And I've been trying to post up videos, but for some reason, YouTube is not letting me post up anything. So I'm hoping this works. I'm crossing my fingers and praying to God that, it's His will for me to upload this video for you guys. Um, but I want to go ahead and share this dream, which was at first very, I was kind of confused when I had this dream because the way it turned out, and I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you guys. First off, the dream started off with a whole bunch of people in a warehouse, and it was like a big auditorium or a big stadium, somewhere like, Madison Square Garden, but, it wasn't any games. It was just like there was a speaker there, you know what I mean? And the first thing in the dream, like, when I fell asleep and, was knocked out, the dream started off like in the middle of a scene. And the scene was this man was talking, and, he was, flailing his arms around, and he like it seemed like he had the charisma of like a Hitler. You know what I mean? He had his hair slicked back, very well put together guy. Had a suit and tie on, and he was talking to the crowds. And all of a sudden, I remember in the dream, it started off with me doing this, and I realized that there is a whole bunch of again, I tell you guys, this is a reoccurring thing. SWAT team looking police, right? All black. And they were holding guns or like these semi-automatic weapons to people's heads. And I was one of them, and I was like this. That's how I started out in the dream. I was kind of like holding my hand, and I'm just like, this guy's about to kill me. And I'm just like, man, we're gonna die. Like, I feel like this dude that was speaking was the antichrist, and he was just telling the police to get rid of him. Like, I think because I feel in my heart that we weren't going along with what he was saying. We were like, no, you know what I mean? We were like, we're following the Lord. We know what you are. You're not the Lord. You're not the Christ. The Messiah. And he was trying to like prove that he was the Messiah and he was God. Just the way he was speaking to the people. And I remember in my heart, I felt like a lot of people in that auditorium were like, no, we're not following you. And so I feel like he was like, he told the police or something. He told the people, kill them. You know what I mean? And that's how the dream started off. The dream started off with me basically my hand up like this, and I looked around. There was a lot of people too that were, they had guns to their heads. So basically in the dream I was like, that's it, it's a wrap, we're gonna die. And I was kind of ready for it. I was like, all right, man, And all of a sudden, as soon as I kind of was like, we're going to get killed, it was inevitable. Like, I knew it was going to happen. As soon as that happened, the weirdest thing happened. Now, this is the confusing part about the dream. Right before they're going to shoot us, right? Right before that, they're going to pull the trigger and kill a whole bunch of people. The guy, the speaker, which I believe was the Antichrist, kind of like exploded in half or something. Like, he just like it was weird. I can't even explain how he did it. Like, I feel like he just exploded in half, like boom. Like, one of them went this way, the other went that way, and out of him came Jesus. And Jesus was just like, had his arms held up high, like, I'm here to save you guys, you know what I mean? And in the dream, I was like, oh, it's the Lord. You know, I was really happy. And I was like, it's God. He's finally here. Like, we were about to get killed, and Jesus comes out of nowhere from the sky. He explodes. And Jesus comes out, you know? And I'm sitting back like, oh my God, this is the Lord. And then the dream ends. Boom. And then I wake up, and I go to use the bathroom. And I'm like, that was weird. I was like, I was tired, so I didn't really sit and like really try to ponder what had happened. I just kind of like um was thinking to myself, interesting. Now how this dude just exploded, and out of that came the Lord. You know what I mean? So I was like, is that was that the enemy trying to deceive me? You know, was it the enemy trying to deceive me? Because we know that the antichrist is going to portray himself as the Lord. He's going to portray himself as the Messiah, and a lot of people are going to get fooled into believing it. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I'm thinking about. So it's just really confusing, you know. Or is it the Lord saying, you know, um, the Antichrist is going to be here, but I'm going to come, you know, when it's really getting really bad, or, you know, it's a really I can't really put my fingers on it. I prayed about it, and I haven't really got a firm answer from the Lord about this dream. But it was really a trippy dream. It's a really crazy dream, and I just couldn't really believe it. You know, it was like it was it was out of nowhere. Like Jesus came out of nowhere. As soon as we were gonna die, and this guy was like waving his hands around and flailing himself like he like Hitler would do, you know, in a way, just trying to be very charismatic, you know. Um, we were about to die. We were seconds away from death. I like it in my heart. I knew that if Jesus didn't come at that millisecond and that second, we were gone. All the ones that were rejecting the Antichrist, we were gone. So, you know, that's just one thing to think about. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about the dream. Um, um, do you guys think that this is the Lord, or do you think that this is another way of the enemy trying to deceive us into believing, you know, the Antichrist is Jesus transforming into Jesus? But we know that the Antichrist, you know, he's gonna first come as a Messiah figure. You know, he's gonna come um as the chosen one. You know what I mean? He's not trying to come and be like Jesus. You know what I mean? He's not gonna come and be evil. He's gonna trick and deceive a lot of people into believing he's the God. You know, he has the answers to our problems and all of that. And then we know halfway through his reign, he's going to change and transform into um, who he really is, which is Satan. You know what I mean, in the flesh. So that's just one thing to think about, guys. It's, you know, I really want to get you guys' opinion and tell me what you guys believe and what you think about this dream. I know I haven't posted in a long time, and I know there's a lot of comments you guys I haven't answered, so I'm gonna try to get to your comments the best way I can. I thank you guys for the love you showed me, for your comments of love and your prayers. I need them more than ever right now. Um, there's a lot of things going on, and I would really appreciate that, guys. I love you guys very much, and I'm gonna post another dream of my family member had, which is crazy because, you know, he doesn't really follow the Lord like that. But I mean, he prays to God, but he's not really, you know, committed, and, you know, Jesus, you know what I mean? But he had a dream, and he's like, what does it mean? What do you think it means? So I'm going to share that dream in my next video, okay? I love you guys. Bye.